pages 214 to 215 in your art book. So we have that ready. Let's take a look at the learning target. And then I'll read the text to you. So 214 to 215, remember we're still working on the hunt for Lincoln's killer. Got to find Booth. Booth ran away, left off the stage. I can analyze graphics, headers, and captions, fit into a text, and add to the overall ideas. I can figure out the key idea of the text and cite details as evidence. We've always done that on these pages. That should be secondhand to you now. And I can use academic words in speaking and writing. So you're due now. You have a word bank. So I added other words in, which fit. So the soldier did not blank, even though she blanked. So look at your words, fill those in. Today we will analyze visual headings, captions, and a map to see how these visual features can help us navigate and understand the text. Your 2 words, definitions, make sure those are in for the 214. You have witness and identify. So make sure those are in. I gave you my examples. Of course, you have your own that you'll be filling in. Let's connect the anchor video and prior reading to this text. We've learned about Lincoln's assassination and how Booth carried out his terrible crime. Today's reading is a timeline that depicts the events along the escape route of assassin John Wilkes Booth. So, okay, so let's take a look at those pages. Let me pop it up. So what I want to do, there's your words. What I want to do is actually zoom over to this page. Before I start reading, I want you to think about the key idea that you'll be filling in. So why were Union soldiers following John Wilkes Booth's trail? That's your key idea on these 2 pages. Okay. Then you're going to identify text structure. Nonfiction for stories are organized a certain way, cause and effect, problem solution, or a mixture of all of those. All of those things you've learned about. That's what they're asking you about here. Okay, so things that anything's given to you, features, maps, every text structure, that's to help you understand. If you didn't have those things, then the author probably should be doing something else. That helps you understand the article. So that's the things you need to notice and recognize. So as I'm reading and you're listening, circle features in the text that organize information into different sections. So do that as I'm reading. So how do the text features help keep track, yada, yada. And then we'll talk about the reaction right after. Okay, let's get started. Tracking an Assassin by David Stack. 12-day-long manhunt for assassin John Wilkes. 12 days. John Wilkes Booth took Union soldiers on a wild chase from Washington, D.C. through Maryland and into Virginia. April 14th, Ford's Theater, Washington, D.C. President Lincoln and his wife watch a play with Major Henry Rathbone and Claire Harris. A man sneaks up behind Lincoln, draws his pistol, and shoots. Chaos erupts as the shooter flees the theater. Will no one stop that man? Shouts Rathbone. The mortally wounded president is taken to the Peterson House nearby. April 15th, Peterson House, Washington, D.C. Secretary of War Edwin M. Stanton questions witnesses from the theater. Each one identifies actor John Wilkes Booth as the shooter. Stanton orders police officers and Union soldiers to guard bridges and search trains to find Booth. At 7:22 a.m., Lincoln dies. Now he belongs to the ages, Stanton declares. You can see the map there. Now I will finish reading, even though we won't do the work on the next 2 pages, but that way you have the entire story. Actually, no, we'll stop there. I'll read the other 2 pages when we get to them, okay? So you can see here the fugitives' trail, the Union soldiers' trails, okay? So you can see, look at the text features that are given to you, you know? Obviously chronological order, sequence, all these things you've learned about, that's the text features. Okay, so go ahead and fill that in. And then we'll finish the other 2 pages in the upcoming weeks.